Evidence that the world's climate is changing can be seen all around us. Phenomena like floods, droughts, heat waves, and the melting of the polar ice caps are posing an increasing danger to the lives of people and to the global environment we all depend on.
If you come back to a glacier each and every year, you see a difference. If you take pictures and you film things like I do, you see change.
If last December's United Nations conference in Bali succeeded in launching negotiations on a new global agreement to tackle climate change, it was notably thanks to the European Union's international leadership in addressing this major threat.
I think we can say that our global warning against global warming is producing results. But now we have to deliver. We have to adopt a consistent package with concrete targets for all our member states.
Today, the European Commission is proposing a package of measures to implement an ambitious new climate and energy policy for Europe. A central aim is to reduce the European Union's greenhouse gas emissions by at least 20% of their 1990 levels by 2020. And, if other industrialized countries agree to do the same, by 30%.
The enemy is carbon. We can beat the enemy. We know how to do it. And we know we can afford it. We have calculated that the cost of taking the proper decisions today would be about 1/10 of 1 percentage point per year.
Europe's targets for reducing its emissions will require efforts by every member state and all parts of the economy, from transport to agriculture and households. Today's proposal set out how much each country would have to do. The principle is a commitment that's tough but fair. This means that every member state will contribute according to its financial ability. Greenhouse gas emissions from energy-intensive sectors like power generation, steel and chemicals will be reduced through the EU's emissions trading system, which enables industry to cut emissions at least cost. This system will be strengthened and expanded, and the overall cap on emissions from the sectors covered will be considerably tightened. Today's proposals will also boost renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. At the moment, renewables account for around 8.5% of the EU's energy consumption. The goal is to more than double that to 20% by 2020. And for biofuels to make up 10% of petrol and diesel by the same date.
I know perfectly that some companies are working very well in research and development and are already making a lot of business out of renewable energy, and that will only increase.
The measures proposed by the European Commission will spur innovation in new technologies, create new jobs, and strengthen Europe's energy security and industrial competitiveness. With its new climate and energy policy, the European Union is getting a head start in the race to create the low-carbon world economy needed to prevent climate change from reaching dangerous levels.